For assignment 3, you will be required to do some research in order to pull your paper together. And the paper will be based around what your sources are saying. Since this is a bibliographic essay, think of it like bibliography, meaning you're drawing from your sources to build your paper. So basically everything in your paper is coming from your sources. So you'll be looking for 8 to 12 sources, so that's where you begin when you start this paper. It's good to start with a topic in mind and to begin with a research question. For more on that, you can look at the handout that I've posted under course materials. Once you have a topic in mind, once you have a research question, what you'll need to do is go to CMU's library homepage, and I do recommend that you use library resources. I not only recommend, I require that you use library resources because what you're doing with this paper is you're doing academic research to do academic writing. That means you need to go beyond Google, which may be a little out of your comfort zone, but hopefully this tutorial will help you to navigate through some of the resources that CMU's library has. And much of that information you can gather from off-campus. Now to start with, there is a menu on the left-hand side of the homepage. The homepage is library.cmich.edu, and if you go to Research Guides, you will see that we can choose a research guide that was created just for our course. We go down, we click English Language and Literature, and English 101 Freshman Composition pops up. Our instructional librarian, Stephanie Matheson, has put together this starting point for you as English 101 students with this particular paper in mind, so that you can go here rather than try to navigate through all of the databases on your own. And these databases alone should give you more than enough information in order to do your paper. Remember, you're looking for 8 to 12 sources. Those will be a variety of sources, though notice that you are limited to only 2 of which may be websites. This first database is exceptionally useful for this paper. This is the Issues and Controversies database. Now remember, with this paper, hopefully you've looked over the assignment sheet, but with this paper what you're doing is you're choosing a topic and you are giving readers a multiple perspective view of what your topic is. So you're not doing a research paper, you're not looking at one point of view. Instead, you're looking for sources who say different things and have different perspectives based on whatever topic that you've chosen. Now, your topic will be a controversial issue, and you'll have some sources who agree with each other, some sources who disagree. That's what makes your paper interesting. You're putting together those views, and you're offering your readers these multiple perspectives so that your reader can make up his or her mind about what your topic is. So the controversy itself, you're presenting it in a neutral or in an objective way. Think of yourself as the news reporter. Think of yourself as the news anchor. You are going to all these different sources. You're gathering information, and then you're bringing it back to your reader in an objective way so that your reader can get multiple perspectives based on your topic. So the Issues and Controversies database is excellent for this. Let's just try something here, and I'm holding my mic, so I'm typing with one hand. Obesity and America. Alright, so I typed that in, and I see a bunch of topics related to obesity in America. And I am looking at this, and I'm saying, ooh, okay, maybe I will focus my paper on junk food in schools. That sounds like a great controversial issue that is related to obesity that I think I would like to write about. Okay, so let's look at this entry. What Issues and Controversies does, it gives you an article. So this is an article that can become a source for your paper, and it gives you an overview about the article. So here we get a little bit of background, and then we have an article. We can go through, we can read the article, the history of school lunches. We've got a little bit of everything. Competitive food, so it's quite detailed. We get a little bit of the controversy. We have a bibliography. Let me try a different one here. I want to show you, most of them will give you a little bit of background information about the debate itself. Perhaps these have changed. Sorry, I hope I'm not making you dizzy. Let's see. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. So anyway, you get the article. You get an overview. It's very detailed. The article itself is a source. And then notice the bibliography. So if you like what the article says or you found good perspectives in the article, you can piggyback off of that and you can look for these particular sources that the article used. So it points you in the direction of other sources. And also when you're citing your information, notice that they give you the citation. So if you want to cite this in your paper, all you need to do is copy and paste it into your Works Cited page. So I'm highlighting it. I right click if I have a PC, which I do, and I hit copy. That will allow you to copy it. You can paste it right into your Works Cited page. Then you'll just have to work a little bit with the formatting in order to get the spacing correct. But other than that, it's all set. So now you found a source, you got lots of information, and you have other sources that you can potentially look up if you're having trouble or if you think something sounds particularly useful or interesting. So issues and controversies can be a great database. Notice too that I typed in quite a generic topic. Obesity in America is very general. I don't really have a focus. So if I'm writing a research paper, like a bibliographic essay on this, I need to find some little niche to write about. So notice how this helps me do this. And I clicked on a couple of them. So I could write about junk food in schools. Maybe I want to know, should junk food in schools be regulated by the federal government? Or maybe I want to look at and focus my whole paper on youth-oriented advertising. Should youth-oriented advertising be banned, or is it not as harmful as some experts say? What else? Soda taxes, that's another big one. Maybe I want to base my whole paper on whether or not soda taxes would decrease consumption and thus decrease rates of obesity. So again, issues and controversies is very helpful that way. It can help you narrow your topic, gives you a good place to start, and it gives you information and sources that you can use. Now go back to our class site here and show you one more. This is Wilson Omnifile Select. And what this is another database. It's set up a little differently than issues and controversies. It will not narrow your topic. And as you can see, I was playing around with this already. So maybe I've decided to write my paper about obesity in children. And I'm writing about, what are the potential causes of obesity in children. So I have put in my search terms. Notice when I type these that I am not typing a question. So it's very different than when you type in Google, what are the causes of obesity in children? I could do that. Maybe I will, real quick. Oops, excuse me. Okay, so in Google I can type in my question. Notice the types of responses I get. I get something from WebMD. I see that these up here are colored, so I see that they are ads. I don't want to use advertising in my academic paper. This is why it's helpful to stay away from Google. I see something from WebMD. I know that's not an academic resource. Yes, it's useful for getting background information, but no, it's not something you want to rely on for your academic paper. So again, I'm seeing, okay, this is a government website. That might be something that I can use. But other than that, I'm having to do a lot to search for something credible. This is from the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control, another government organization. That might be something useful. But notice how you have to really comb through what you're getting with this. Causesofchildhoodobesity.org. Yes, it's a .org, but do I know who sponsored it? Is there advertising? Are there breaches of objectivity? I would really have to look at that information closely before I included it in an academic paper. So yes, it's very simple to type your question into Google, but you have more legwork sorting through your sources. So don't be afraid to jump in and to get your hands dirty in these databases. So here I'm looking at maybe I'll put obesity causes America in children, and I am going to see what this gives me. Alright, here we go. Born to be Big from Newsweek. Understanding the paradox and the need. Taking on hunger and obesity in America. Okay, so this sounds like it's a good article. It sounds like it's a good fit for my topic. If I click full text PDF, I will get a full text file of the article that I can then save and print and use. So here's the article. All I have to do is click save, and I can save it. From there I can print it. I can do whatever I want with it. So the article is that easy to get to. Notice that how many results did I get? Occasionally, if you just type in, oh, I've only found 6 records. So that means I probably narrowed my search well enough. If I had just put in a general term, like obesity, remember we put in obesity causes America in children. Let's see what happens if I make it very general.